Welcome to the 2025 THL Draft. And now your host, Nicholas Gentile.
Hello, and welcome to the 2025 THL Draft, where we start off this 2025 season with adding 6 new players to the Trampoline Handball League. Hello, I'm Nicholas Gentile, and we have 6 players that are going to join the 2025 THL season. There are some rule changes here in this 2025 THL season, one being pretty big, but not game-changing, that we will announce later on in this week. And we have Elliott Stewart retiring, and the Pacific Polars now only left with 2 players. They were at 4, now only 2. David DeCipio signed by the Northeast Nuts. This is our first ever retirement by Elliott Stewart, and Easton Slavin is expected to retire or just sit in free agency for the rest of this 2025 season. But before we go into the draft and draft 6 amazing players, we first have to look up everyone's rosters for this year. Starting off with my Atlantic Aliens, we came in 2nd place in our division, the South Division. We have myself, Nick Gentile, and Miles Bell. Now taking a look at the Flaming Toilet Paper. They have the one and only undefeated Nolan Fitzpatrick. He is set to return for this season, nice and healthy, and we are just excited to see him play again. Followed by TJ Loftus. We were expecting him to get traded, but so far, no roster moves has came out from the Flaming Toilet Paper, and TJ Loftus is still on that team. And taking last but not least, the Polars. The Polars, they only now have 2 players, with David DeCipio going to the Northeast Nuts, and Pete Richmond taking over captaincy, and behind him is Henry Clark. Henry Clark didn't have the best season, but look at Leo Byrne. He didn't have a great season at all, came in this year, and was pretty good. So we are excited to see Henry Clark try to grow into this year as well. Now taking a look at the North rosters, getting at the Northeast Nuts, Cameron King alongside Charlie Carrara, the dominant duo, but now joining them is David DeCipio, his first time moving teams, going to the Northeast Nuts, and now a 3-man roster, about to be 4. So I'm very excited to see what David could do in the Northeast Nuts. And now taking a look into the West Coast Wildcats. West Coast Wildcats is then be having a 4-man roster this year. Their captain, Brendan Philpott, with Michael DeCipio. Michael didn't have the best year, but is looking to bounce back. And with them, Johnny Adams. We were expecting him to, either get cut or to get traded, but no, he is stuck on this team so far. And we'll have a new draft pick come in later today. And we're hoping that, Michael can bounce back. And last but not least, the Louisiana Reapers. Their captain, Leo Byrne, is set to return. And, he didn't play that much last year, but the times he did play, he was very, very good. With him is Charlie Forbes. His second year, rookie year, won Rookie of the Year, and was, a great player, even for not a rookie. So we are excited for him to return, and hopefully he can make the finals, not like last year, as the Northeast Nuts did upset them in the semifinals. Also, Harry Bartle is expected to return back to the Reapers. But enough talking, and move on to the draft. The West Coast Wildcats, you are on the clock. With the first pick in the 2025 THL Draft, the West Coast Wildcats selects Tyler Tracy, Waltham, Massachusetts. Tyler Tracy is a 5 out of 5 star rookie. He is very big. He's the oldest player now in the THL, and his goalie will be phenomenal. Can he score? That is a big question here in the 2025 THL season. And with that, the Pacific Polars are now on the clock. With the second pick in the 2025 THL Draft, the Pacific Polars selects Dominic King, Waltham, Mass. Dominic King is a 4 out of 5 star prospect. He's a little bit smaller, but he can score and really shoot the ball. So The Polars decided to go with a little smaller guy, but better shot. Last year, they went with Henry. Again, a little smaller, better goal. Pete is the biggest on the team right now. And now with the three-man roster, Pete, Henry, and now Dominic King, they could probably do some damage. Dominic King is pretty good, obviously scoring. And he is not the worst goalie possible, but he is a little bit on the smaller side. So with that, my Atlantic Aliens are now on the clock. A great reaction by Dominic King. He's very excited to join the Pacific Polars. But now for my Atlantic Aliens. With the third pick in the 2025 THL Draft, the Atlantic Alien selects Colin Roach, Newton, Massachusetts. We are so excited to welcome Colin Roach onto our team with me, Miles, and Colin. We all are best friends. We have our communication down. We'll be coming in at the right points, and we are so excited to have another third player welcome onto their team. Colin Roach is a 4-out-of-5 star player. He's about my size, a little bit taller, and we are not sure how he could score yet. We think he says pretty good, so we're going to trust him on that, but if not, we will train him here in the off-season going into the 2025 season. So we are really excited to have Colin Roach onto our team. With the fourth pick in the 2025 THL Draft, the Louisiana Reapers selects Caleb Scribner. Caleb is a 3-out-of-5 stars. He is very big, but his hand-eye coordination isn't the strongest. Now, obviously, this can get worked on and get better pretty much very quickly, and he could put the ball in the net. So he's not the best player ever, but he's also not terrible at all. So Caleb Scribner going to Louisiana Reapers. The Louisiana Reapers, my opinion, they should make it to the finals now. Charlie Forbes, Leo Bird, Caleb. Come on. I don't see an upset this year to the Northeast Nuts. But talk about the Northeast Nuts, they are now on the clock. Northeast Nuts on the clock. With the fifth pick in the 2025 THL Draft, the Northeast Nuts selects Jack Bomer, Newton, Mass. Jack is another 3-out-of-5 star. He was my size, and his goaltending is meh, and his scoring is meh. So altogether, he's meh, but I think he has a lot of potential if he keeps on practicing like he has been doing at my house. And I see potential in him. That's what my mind was on Jack, but we ended up going with Colin Roach. So yeah, Jack Bomer to the Northeast Nuts. That means the Flaming Toilet Paper on the clock. Nuts now sitting at 4 players: Cam King, Charlie Carrara, David DeCipio, and Jack Bomer. 4-man team. And Flaming Toilet Paper now on the clock. Defending champs. Yeah, what pick will they get? Here, in the last pick of the 2025 THL Draft, not Mr. Irrelevant, this guy will be a key part next year. The Toilet Paper select Colin Chan, the second Colin drafted in this year's THL Draft, and now the Flaming Toilet Paper look like a dynasty. Colin Chan was not expected to drop this far down, but he did. But now, the trio with Nolan Fitzpatrick, he's obviously, we know him, TJ Loftus, and now Colin Chan. Colin Chan is pretty big. He is a big guy, and he has great goaltending. So again, the Aliens thought we were gonna pick Colin Chan, but we moved aside to Roach, and Colin Chan could be the most sneaky player in this Rookie of the Year run. So, dude, I think the Flaming Toilet Paper will be another dynasty once again, not just because of Nolan Fitzpatrick, but now they have Colin Chan, a big guy that could work with TJ. So if they are, leading, they'll put in Colin Chan because, he can make a lot of saves. And if they need some goals, they can put in TJ Loftus. So I'm very excited for the Flaming Toilet Paper next year. That is the end of the 2025 THL Draft. 2025 season will have more fans, more events coming soon. We will talk about this all in a new video. It's going to be an absolute stack season. We'll put up the rosters here on the screen. And dude, I cannot wait until the start of the 2025 season coming in April. With that, I'm Nick Gentile, and see you next time on THL Handball.